What's up, guys? Today, we're talking about the day the entire west coast of the United States vanished. And it wasn't even a very big deal at the time. This is one of the most incredible natural disasters that has ever happened in human history. It was so big that it killed more people than anything else in American history, except for the 1918 flu pandemic. But this event was almost completely forgotten until just recently. It's so crazy that most people don't know about this today, but we're gonna talk about it now. So let's go ahead and get into this crazy story. But first, if you want to stay up to date on all the crazy things happening in our world, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we put out truth bombs like this every single day. Also, Yellowstone National Park is home to one of the largest supervolcanoes known as the Yellowstone caldera. Over the past 2 million years, this volcano has had 3 major eruptions which have each caused massive devastation, and it is estimated that the next eruption will be even more devastating. Now, this volcano is actually made up of 3 different smaller volcanoes, and scientists are constantly monitoring this area for any signs of activity. In fact, just recently, the magma chamber that sits beneath Yellowstone National Park has been swelling at an alarming rate. Now, before you start freaking out, experts say that this is not something to be worried about. They say that the magma chamber actually inflates and deflates all the time, and they believe that this will not lead to an eruption. But others say that this could be a sign that something much more catastrophic is coming. Now, what makes this volcano so dangerous is the sheer amount of magma that lies beneath the surface. If this thing were to blow, it would literally cover the entire United States in ash. Not only that, but it would cause massive earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic winter, and global climate change. Basically, if this thing were to erupt, it would cause complete devastation across the planet. Now, thankfully, scientists say that this is not going to happen anytime soon. They believe that the chance of an eruption is very low. And even if it did erupt, we would have plenty of warning. But still, it's always good to be prepared for anything. Yellowstone National Park is a place of natural beauty and wonder. It's home to some of the most amazing wildlife and landscapes in the United States. But it's also home to one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the world. The Yellowstone Supervolcano could erupt at any moment and cause massive devastation. But thankfully, scientists are working hard to monitor the volcano and keep track of its activity. We may never know when or if the Yellowstone Supervolcano will erupt. But one thing is for sure, it will be a sight to behold. As we all know, natural disasters can strike at any time and without warning. One of the most destructive forces of nature is a volcanic eruption. When a volcano erupts, it can cause widespread damage and destruction. And one of the worst cases of volcanic eruption in recent history occurred in 1980, when Mount St. Helens erupted in Washington state. The eruption of Mount St. Helens was one of the deadliest in U.S. history. It killed 57 people and caused over $1 billion in damage. The eruption was so powerful that it was felt as far away as Canada and Mexico. In the aftermath of the eruption, the surrounding area was covered in ash and debris. Entire forests were wiped out and many homes and buildings were destroyed. The eruption also caused massive landslides and mudslides, which further damaged the surrounding area. But despite all the destruction and loss of life, there was also hope in the aftermath of the eruption. The small town of Spirit Lake, which had been completely destroyed by the eruption, was rebuilt. And today, it stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Now, let's talk about the largest volcanic eruption in U.S. history. That title belongs to the Novarupta eruption, which occurred in 1912 in the Valley of 10,000 Smokes near Katmai National Park in Alaska. The eruption was so powerful that it was visible from 600 miles away and sent ash and pumice as far as Japan. The eruption also caused massive earthquakes and generated a cloud of gas and debris that reached an estimated 20 miles into the atmosphere. Despite the eruption being so deadly, there were no casualties as the area was largely uninhabited at the time. After the eruption, the landscape was forever changed, with new lakes and craters formed by the debris. The area is now a popular tourist destination as visitors come to see the stunning beauty of the Valley of 10,000 Smokes. But the largest volcanic eruption in world history goes back thousands of years. The Toba catastrophe theory suggests that a supervolcanic eruption in Indonesia about 74,000 years ago may have caused the near extinction of humans and other life on Earth. The eruption was so massive that it ejected an estimated 2,600 cubic miles of ash and pumice into the atmosphere. This led to a volcanic winter which caused global temperatures to plummet by an estimated 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the devastation, humans managed to survive, and the Earth eventually recovered. The Toba super-eruption is a reminder of the awesome power of nature and the importance of understanding and respecting it. Yellowstone National Park is home to the Yellowstone caldera, a supervolcano that has had 3 major eruptions in the past 2 million years. The most recent occurred 640,000 years ago, and was 1,000 times more powerful than the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980. Although the park is a popular tourist destination, it is important to remember that it is also home to a potentially dangerous volcano. The Yellowstone Supervolcano could erupt at any time and cause massive damage and destruction. In the event of an eruption, the surrounding area would be covered in ash and debris and entire forests would be wiped out. The eruption would also cause massive earthquakes and mudslides, further damaging the area. However, it is important to note that the risk of an eruption is low, and scientists are constantly monitoring the volcano to ensure the safety of visitors to the park. In the event of an eruption, there would be plenty of warning and visitors would be able to evacuate the area. In conclusion, Yellowstone National Park is a beautiful place full of natural wonders. It is also home to a potentially dangerous volcano that could erupt at any time. It is important to be aware of the risks and to take the necessary precautions, but the beauty of the park is worth the risk. Visitors should always be prepared for the possibility of an eruption and follow the advice of park rangers. So I think it's really important to remember that Yellowstone National Park is truly a remarkable place. It's home to some of the most amazing wildlife and natural wonders in the world, but it's also home to a supervolcano that could erupt at any time. We should all be aware of the risks associated with visiting this park and take the necessary precautions to stay safe. But at the same time, we should also appreciate the beauty and wonder of this place and respect the power of nature. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and again, make sure you subscribe so you stay up to date on all the crazy things happening in our world. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.